we've been on here on, well, not every day, of course, but a lot of us has been on TikTok, hopping in panels, going through all of this, and honestly, none of us have seen the footage, the evidence. We have truly not seen what was seen in court.
Public now.
All right, so hold on.
Now,
You're gonna go
let me
to
just,
collincountytexas.org.
let me
Before,
finish my
let,
thing.
let him finish. I'll allow
My
Nexus or
question, my
Maui out. Hold on one second. I'll allow one of y'all to respond, and then I want to get to Robert.
I mean,
So just
I'll be
one.
quiet as soon as I'm done. I mean, it's just a few minutes, seconds, actually. If we go to an appeal, if we get an appeal and we run it back again, and he ends up with the same or similar time, are we going to be able to let this go? I mean, at what point can we let this go?
They're gonna let this go, and I say there because there's a specific demographic of people that can't let this go, which is why we're still having this conversation. Those of us that feel like justice was served based on how the law is written and his actions, right? We think it's done and over, and it just needs to not be talked about any further. There are going to be people that are going to push the narrative that Carmelo is actually the victim when he's definitely a victimizer through and through. And until those people settle, we're not going to be able to settle this. This will be a topic of conversation to the day that boy comes out of jail, or even after, because they want to believe that he is innocent when he is not. So it doesn't matter if he gets this appeal. It doesn't matter if he actually gets off. And if he gets off, they're really going to be ripping and raving because they're going to be like, oh, we were right? So regardless of how
I'm just saying, can we let it go at some point? I mean,
regardless of how the cookie crumbles, we're going to be dealing with this indefinitely. I mean, they're still talking about George Floyd, and we're a little over half a decade out now.
yeah,
I believe
you're
it's going
right.
to take about 2 to 3 years before the appeal even gets done.
Right.
Yeah, so real quick, you're saying that we haven't seen anything that the courts have seen, that the jury and stuff has seen. So if you go to collincountytexas.org, I think it's called, and you scroll down, there's a little tab, there's a little puppy right there. You scroll down even further, and then there's a little side panel thing, not a panel, but the side scroller. You scroll to the right, and you'll see the case right there, and it pulls up all the evidence, all the witness testimony. It pulls up everything, so we have access to that.
I mean,
It's not like it's like hidden or anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm just saying, I wish it would have been live on TV so we could all watch this shit and see everything the jury saw. So we don't have to have TikTok
and again, that's what I'm telling you is it's on the website. Everything
Was
that the
anybody
jury
in the
saw is on the
courtroom?
website.
But are we going to be okay?
Was anybody in the courtroom?
Technically public record. We can all go and get the documents.
Yeah, we can go now. Yeah,
Was anybody in the courtroom?
not me.
No.
Okay, I was.
So you were there every day?
I'm having
Every
deja vu
day.
right now, actually.
Yeah, as much as I want to believe that, you know how many people are saying that shit on TikTok?
How do you want me to prove
Not
it?
me. I wasn't. I know.
I don't even know how I would be able to prove that unless I
Well,
have
you tell me how I can prove it to you, and I'll prove it.
any way possible would be great.
Well, you tell me what's going to satisfy
I'm not even sure
what's going to
how.
satisfy you.
I'm not even sure how I would be able to
Okay.
prove this
I,
type of
I got a question.
Well, let's go to the next question then.
I got a question. The video that was released to the public, is that the same video that they showed the jury?
Yes.
All right. And what is your recollection of what the witnesses stated?
Pretty much all stated the same. Provocation was Carmelo, instigator, and he was the guilty party. Pretty much the video showed a shove and a instant stab to the chest.
Now, can I ask this question?
This
Sure.
is a brand new account. How can he even go live?
It's real simple.
I mean, can I ask this question?
He can
Because
request stuff. He just doesn't have the ability to actually be to actually go
Yeah,
live
to go
themselves.
live.
I mean, I've heard this. I just want to say this to everybody on the panel, and I don't know if I'm the only one that heard it, but and I know this is going to sound ridiculous because it is to me. I've heard that Austin fell on the poker.
That's a
Wrong.
fucking lie.
Yeah,
Wrong.
That's what Umar said.
He's
Dumb
I
fuck.
just,
mean, I don't
people will
believe
say
it.
anything, guys. I know the truth. Trust me.
So
Was
my
that was
Yeah,
that
question
medical
true?
is,
examiners.
my
Yeah,
question.
medical examiners said that that was like a 1 in 1,000 or a million chance that something like that was
He
going to
said it
happen.
was not
So
possible.
Well, I agree. I don't believe it. Don't
So-
get me wrong.
Why the fuck is everyone believing that he fell in the poker? That is like the dumbest shit I ever heard.
It is dumb.
But-
I agree.
Next
Real quick
question.
Question. Did any of the defense witnesses say that Austin or Hunter were bullies or anything like that?
No, sir.
I say I'm gonna go ahead and follow you because I'm gonna just invite you up to certain panels I be on and
Do you really
just.
believe that he was on the jury?
No, I was not on the jury. You don't know who I am. That's the problem.
You said he was in a
I
court.
was. So the thing is, I wasn't asking you. There's a couple of questions that go along
Okay.
with that. I was going to say, do you believe that he's on the jury? Do you believe that he was a reporter? Do you believe that he was one of the civilians that was allowed in the room? Or do you believe that he may be a family member? Because all he said was that he was there. He's not even giving us explicits on what position he was in while he was.
Do you?
Just
Would-
saying
would that-
he was there.
Okay,
There's
so
plenty of people, and I'm not trying to be weird or anything. I'm just being honest. And
Okay,
honestly, I don't
let me do this. If I identify myself, will you shut up?
almost definitely identify yourself.
Hey, Dirt. Before you do that,
Yeah.
Dirt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss, brother.
Thank you.
Sorry for your loss.
You
Man.
obviously know who I
I'm
am.
sorry for your. I knew I heard the
Actually,
voice. And I know exactly who it was. We're so sorry for you, and we're all praying for you, man.
Wait a
is
minute.
Is that Jeff?
Yes, it's Jeff.
Are you kidding me?
I just messaged KJ and I told her. I
You're
told him exactly who it was.
you're
Oh my
lying.
God,
Wait a
I've been
minute. What?
advocating for your son for
Oh,
like weeks
no.
now.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
If that's actually Jeff, oh my
If
God, I'm so sorry.
that's Jeff, you in trouble, Coco.
Hey, I
Wait,
don't care if I'm
wait,
in trouble.
hold
I
on.
have plenty
Hey,
of
nobody-
recordings
nobody's in
defending
trouble.
Austin.
Wait,
Nobody's
wait,
in
hold
trouble.
on. Wait, hold on.
Nobody's
hold on.
in trouble.
Hold on,
But I'm
Dirt.
here. I'm here to
I got
clear up
plenty
some
of recordings
questions.
defending Austin. Y'all know I can't stand what Carmelo did, so I feel like
Hold on. Dirt, say something again.
What would you like for me to say?
Oh no, that's him.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
him.
absolutely
That's
Jeff
him.
Metcalf.
That
So
is
I have the video right here on my computer. I think that is Jeff.
Dude, I know it's
It
me.
is,
So
guys.
let's
Let's
get past the
let's-
fact.
Okay, wait,
Let's move
y'all.
past that, y'all.
happening.
Y'all. Okay, stop. Okay, now. Oh, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
First of all, Mr. Metcalf, let me make this point abundantly clear. I'm deeply apologetic for your loss,
Thank you,
and
sir.
I knew from Jump Street that this person was guilty, and I'm not one of those people that is just using your son to gain views, anything of that nature. Secondly, your statements in that Twitter exclusive that went out about a month ago. I understood fully where you were going with it. I didn't find your remarks to be racist at all, as do the vast majority of the people that are on my side of the aisle. We don't believe your statements to be racist. I don't personally find you to be a racist as well. I actually fully understand where you were coming from in that aspect, and that I have full unfounded compassion for you and your family throughout this entire situation. And this is coming from somebody as a black man. Now, I'm just curious, just for confirmation's sake, you weren't talking about all black people when you were making those statements on that interview, were you?
Of course not. Did
Obviously.
did I not say there are white people just as crazy? Guess what? I don't see color, man.
Yeah.
Because here's what: crazy doesn't see color. Love doesn't see color. Hate doesn't see color. This is the thing. I don't see color. Yes. So what if I have black friends? So what if I have Muslim friends, Mexican friends? I don't care. Here's what I care about: character. Who you are and how you treat people is how I'm going to deal with you. So as far as that goes, race never came into this. I said this from day one. Please don't make this about race, and please don't criticize it. Both.
I would like to.
Well, yeah, Jeff.
Metcalf.
Go ahead.
Metcalf.
Sure.
Hi. I'm at the top. I am always very skeptical about the people that come up on TikTok and say they were there, because there's a lot of people that want to push narratives.
There's 100 people that want to spread false information. That's why I'm going to squelch anything that's out there.
I apologize for how aggressive I was with that, but I do not like it when people spread false information, especially when the law is very concise.
Yeah.
And
how do you think I feel for the last 14 months when I'm being put under a gag order? When you talk about people misinformation and representing the facts that are not right, and I can't defend my dead son as they drag him through the mud, and someone goes and pisses on his grave, I swear to God, if I would have caught that guy, he'd been resting right beside us.
I have no words for the things that you've gone through, because I couldn't fathom it as a mother. I will say this, though. I have been defending your son and his unaliving for a long time now. I've been on panels. I've been called out of my name for it, because I don't feel like any child should have to go through that. There was no reason Carmelo Anthony should have done anything like that to Austin. And
You're right.
As a parent, I hope and I pray that Hunter recovers mentally, that Austin rests in peace, and that you find any form of peace from this. And everything that you said when you were in that interview, everything that you had to say, I respect. And I've been telling the people that go against Austin's unaliving that sometimes we will create the monsters that we fear. You cannot treat people like this and expect them to respond well, and that you are responding remarkably well considering the things that they have done to you and your family.
Thank you, and that's you're absolutely true with that statement.
I gotta say something too.
I know for a fact.
I have to go next.
Hold on. Okay, y'all. First of all, all right. Y'all know how I run my panel, and yes, this is overwhelming that the father of the victim is on my live. Yes, this is overwhelming. How we're going to do this is I'm just going to have to switch this entire thing up. Now,
AJ.
Jeff, if you're hold on, Jeff, only if you're up to it, only with your permission. Are you okay with being up here with multiple people, or do you want to just be people to come up one at a time and ask you questions?
I mean, as long as we don't try to talk over each other, I'm fine with everyone listening and taking their turn. I mean, I'm here to answer some questions if you have them.
All right, by all means, then this is what we'll do. All the drop rules, we'll do that tomorrow. Right now, I want to make sure that I'm giving full respect to Jeff Metcalf and his family, so that he can be able to have the ability to clear up any suspicions that has been spread, any lies that have been spread about the case, about Austin, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what we'll do.
Yo, I got a question, KJ. I don't want to lose. Can I ask?
Before you go, Maui did say that he would go next, and then I'll let you go. I promise. But we'll go from there.
All the black people unite for this man.
Oh my God.
Oh, hold on, Mal. Go ahead, Mal. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Metcalf. My name's Big Maui. I just usually go by Maui. My actual nickname is Al, though, by the way. But if it is you, I do my due diligence to trust that it is really you, Jeff Metcalf. But all I gotta say is I feel sorry for your loss. And I'm sorry what happened to Austin Metcalf. God rest his soul, and rest in peace to that buddy. We're gonna miss him. And,
Thank you.
Every time we argue, I go on lives and then debate this case over and over. I don't just do it to defend your son. I also do it to defend all the kids out there and teenagers that are going to school every day. Because I got two brothers. I got two brothers that are in school right now, high school, and I don't want to receive that news. I don't want my mom and dad to worry that some idiot that's they're not going to come home because some idiot thought it was okay to poke another kid in the chest for a minor altercation. And every day when I wake up and I see kids, I say, you know what, thank God that another kid gets to live another life, lives another day, lives another year. And luckily that Hunter is also alive, well, and living. But I'll give my prayers to you, because me and my mom, we'll keep our prayers out to you. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Metcalf, how are you doing? I wanted to ask, it's two quick questions. Number one, is there is the story about Hunter and or Austin breaking your arm true? And then number two is the whole email thing about Hunter in the Raising Cane's calling somebody a bitch true?
Okay, well, one, I wasn't at the Raising Cane's, so I can't even comment on that. So I don't know if it's true or not. That's the honest truth. As far as breaking my arm, no. I had total shoulder replacement surgery last year, and the year before that, I had rotator cuff surgery. Before that, so the injury occurred 5 years ago. So we were training jujitsu. And I put myself in the wrong position. And that's how it happened. It was an accident. I mean, I did it. I wasn't even training with Austin or Hunter at that time. So, but we all trained at the same dojo. So the story came out when I was in the sling at the press conference that, Austin broke my arm and shoulder. And I was like, that's not even close to the remote truth. So it was an injury. Yes, it was from jiu-jitsu. No, Austin didn't break my arm.
Okay, thank you for that. And God rest Austin's soul. And I'm sorry about all the backlash you've been getting from all these hateful people online, man.
Just shows their IQ.
So, Mr. Metcalf,
all right. Regulation.
go ahead,
Regulation.
Virgin. You'll go first. I'll go next.
Yeah.
But after Nexus, I want Micah to be able to ask her question as well.
Yeah. Just wanted to say sorry for your loss. About that whole the video you posted on Twitter. I honestly don't care about the watermelon felon thing. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, you lost your son. Like, if it was me,
I ain't gonna lie. My black ass laughed like a motherfucker.
I laughed too. Plus, when you think about it, I think it's kind of true. Like, he is a felon.
Time out. Let me say this. Do you understand where it came from first? Where I got it?
Yes, I know exactly where you
so
got
you know
it
Real
from.
Wolf facts.
And I followed him. I followed him for years. I knew exactly where you got it from.
That's exactly where I heard it. I follow Real Wolf Facts. That's where I heard it. And how subconsciously it decided to pop up out of my brain that night. Because as you notice, that was a 3-hour interview. There was nothing written down. I didn't have any notes. I just sat there and I came from the heart. And if you listen to it, I preface it before I even say it. Because I'm thinking, okay, y'all think I'm racist. Let me think up of something to give you that you'll take and go viral with. And then I said it, and Lord and behold, everyone proved me to be true. Had no condemnation. I'm not racist. It doesn't matter. I didn't even think it up. But the fact of is, I set it up, and everybody took the bait and they ran with it. And I was like, point made. Thank you very much.
I mean, is it racist though? I mean, he is a felon.
I mean, of course,
he is a felon, and he probably likes watermelon.
Well, a lot of people can, the condensation between watermelon and black folks, that's derogatory. I mean, I'm not. I mean, let's just be real. That's like when Freddie, the guy who won the Masters years ago, when Tiger, and because he said, well, we're going to have fried chicken and collard greens or something. It's still food, but there's a condemnation that makes it a racial slur. And people can interpret words however they want to. But that was not meant to be a racial slur. It was actually a social experiment for social media to prove my point that, watch, I can say something, whether it's true or not, it's going to go viral and everyone's going to have their own opinion. And that's the problem with social media nowadays. If you shout loud enough, or if you have your own platform, or if you do a TikTok live every single night to get money, there is the issue we're lying. Because what are we teaching our children? That is the key. Impulse control, conflict resolution, de-escalation. Those 3 things need to be taught in the home from the parents. And this crap about, oh, we have a broken home. Well, guess what? Me and Megan split 50-50 custody, and I spent many, many, many times with my boys as much as she did. We lived 10 minutes apart. I went to every school event. I mean, we were actively here. I may have not been a perfect father, but I was a present father. I showed up every day. And that's all you have to do is show up.
Yeah, and I
get
agree.
it.
And I agree.
I mean, I get it. I get it, Jeff. Like, because there was one point in time where my mom and dad were separated. I had to live with my mom and my along with my 2 other brothers before my youngest one was ever born. So I know how it feels. But
well,
I hate this misconception.
Carmelo's parents stayed together, but he's a killer. So apply the same
just
logic.
Because, well, Yeah, I know. I'm like, look, just because you have two parents in a household, that don't really mean shit. Like, you can have
Correct.
two parents in a household and still be shitty ass parents.
Yep.
And Drew Anthony and I don't know what's her Miss Anthony
Kayla.
are the
Kayla
two
Hayes.
Kayla Anthony, Kayla Hayes are two primary examples of that shit.
I
Like
have to
once
agree.
again, so I don't want to hear this whole they're single parents. Like no, buddy. Now you're the likelihood of being delinquent and criminal could be high, but at the same time, that doesn't automatically mean you're going to be a criminal. Fuck no.
Correct.
Right. So,
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you like my question, Jeff.
Sure.
So the when you try to go to the press conference to try to like figure out the situation, in terms of this whole situation, do you think that it was the parents who made this worse, or Dominic Alexander who made this worse? Which, mind you, I'm still confused why they got a felon to represent them. Like that's still bizarre to me.
Well, that starts with the parents, doesn't it? They made the decision to hire him. So I would have to lay it at their feet. And they chose the wrong person, and it backfired.
I don't think that they chose the wrong person, Mr. Metcalf. I've been telling people that there's a difference between having incompetent representation and being undefendable. There was really no way, from what I know, that he was defendable.
No.
It was just not self-defense under educational penal codes, under Texas penal codes, under
No.
the school district policies. I'm from Texas. I went to school here. I'm from Houston, actually.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I mean, like, I know, right?
Yeah, it seems to me like the thing is.
And you know what, Mr. Metcalf, just for you to have
Hold on,
a laugh,
Big Mel.
I
Let
went
me go
to
after
Aldine,
Mama.
So Aldine is not one of the best school districts. So have your laugh, man. It sucked. Aldine was horrible. But I want you to know,
I
like,
swear to
I'm
God,
from here, and
ain't not
I
a,
knew it was
ain't
messed
not a
up.
single person in Texas a fan of Houston, bro. Nobody wants.
I'm
No.
sorry, man.
Can I go? Can I go after Nexus if
Houston
that's
doesn't
cool,
have
Host?
the best school districts. It doesn't.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. Next
real,
question.
real
Next
quick.
question.
Next is go ahead, and then Micah, and then Mando right after Micah. Go ahead.
Appreciate it.
So first off, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss, Mr. Metcalf. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine the pain you went through losing your son like that. It's a tough situation, and you know I've been ever since it happened. I didn't hear really anything about it. When I first heard the case, I heard it was two boys got into an altercation, one stabbed the other, and that was it. And then now that the trial started to turn into this whole race thing, and you know, it's not about race, it's about the law. And I tell people all the time, the law isn't racist. The law is very black and white when it comes
Just
to certain
change
things.
change the people, interchange it. Let's pretend I'm black and Carmelo's white.
Oh yeah,
How's it gonna be portrayed now? How's it gonna be portrayed now?
Yeah, it's gonna be complete outrage if it were the other way around.
They're gonna be burning shit down like they did with George Floyd. And
Yeah,
riots,
absolutely,
losing their mind.
absolutely. And I go on these lives just about for the last two months, 'cause when they found out it was going to go to trial, and I've defended your son to the death like he was my own brother, and the fact is, like, these people spread these lies, they spread this hate, and they spread this rhetoric that dumbass fucking Dr. Umar or Omar or whatever the fuck he's called wants to spread. And I'm known. Nobody on this panel really knows me except for Mando, but I call my people out on bullshit all the time. I call them out all the time.
Guess what?
on
There's
behavior.
there's white dumbasses in this world too. I trust me.
Absolutely.
I run into them every day.
Absolutely. So, like, the fact that I call people out on it, and I tell people, like, hey, look, we're not spreading misinformation today. We're going to stick to the facts. People claim there's other videos that exist, and there's other videos.
Do you think they would have been played in court if they existed?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I tell them. I tell them the only videos that matter is the ones that have been played in court. And if they're not in court, if they're not in evidence, if they're not in the transcripts, they don't matter. We're going to talk about facts here, and that's it. And that's really all I want to say. And again, I'm really sorry for your loss, man. I thought about sending you a DM because I think I follow your main page. I don't know if it's you or not, but you know, saying, you know, I'm sorry for your loss, and I can't imagine the pain you're going through. I'm real sorry, sir.
Thank you.
On behalf of my people, I'm real sorry about that, man.
Thank you. And it's not your
Um,
people, man. We're all the same race. We're all humans.
Exactly.
super quick,
Absolutely.
super quick, Mr. Metcalf.
Yes, sir.
Do you, and only reason why I'm asking is because there's speculation that you're in my chat that you're not you.
Okay.
Do you have the
What do you need me to do?
Do you have the ability to turn your camera on?
That's a good question. Because to be honest, I've never been on TikTok, so
He
I'm
won't.
kind of.
He won't.
Okay.
He doesn't host
I
because
don't.
he's only had this account for such a short.
I just
period.
got it.
I recognize the voice because I just watched the Jason Whitlock interview a couple hours ago.
There's a loophole. We have 84 people in here, right?
Okay.
If we give him a second to step out and accept requests temporarily for his account, we need 25 people, I believe, to follow him before he can turn his camera on. Because my Shiver Meat Timbers account, yeah, that one's relatively new. It's within the last.
Don't volunteer him for something that he might not be willing to do.
If he's willing to do it and he can turn on his camera, that would be the way that we do it. But I'm not going to ask
Well,
for that.
I'll be honest, man. I'm not really going to jump through a bunch of hoops to cam up for somebody. I mean, I know who I am,
Fair enough.
and it's your choice to believe. It's your choice to believe it or not.
I'm gonna take you at face value. I believe it's you.
Camera on or not? I believe you.
Thank you.
I mean, I literally just played the video. It sounds like him. So
Yeah, it sounds exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Holy shit.
I can't forget the man's voice. I didn't recognize it in the beginning, but now he listening to it. I'm like, yeah, that ain't no way. Ain't no way. Unless it's just some random guy using a deep fake to impersonate him.
Goodness, man.
Like, I don't know.
Right.
But
and Mr. Metcalf,
all right.
my husband, he's a little camera shy, but
Somebody
he
did
also gives
impersonate me on
condolences.
TikTok though at one point.
I was just gonna ask you about that, but we'll get to that
Yeah,
in a minute.
because somebody said I did like a 14-hour long TikTok, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you were on somebody else's live.
right?
Yeah,
So
whenever they yelled the N word.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Honestly, first of all,
who's next
this is
with
the
the
first
questions?
TikTok account I've ever had. So I just got it 2 days ago. So
I mean, I can tell you only got one. You only got one follower.
okay, so yeah, so this is all new to me, but I just kind of wanted to jump on because I kept hearing all this crap, and there are so many people that have lives that want to just talk a bunch of shit. I'm like, holy crap, man! Don't you have a life? I mean, like, am I that important to you, really? Because I'm really nobody.
you heard about
I'm
Tiffany?
a normal
You
guy.
are that
You heard about
important
Tiffany
to
Billions?
So just real
I mean,
quick.
I know
real
who
quick.
Tiffany Billions is. She's a worthless whatever. I'm not going to get into
We
trashing someone else.
we know. We
Yeah.
don't like it either. Real quick. Let's get back in rotation for the questions. Micah,
Sure.
go ahead, and then Mando.
Yeah,
right
I
after
wanted
this.
to say something. So I want to say, rest in peace to your son. That's really sad. My problem is how like crazy people are on this internet. Like I took race out of it. I looked at the case. If I was in that situation, I would have used my hands, period. Because like you're supposed to use your hands. Somebody pushes you, you push them back, you fight. If your life is at stake, you can use the poker or a pew pew. But people on here were like, oh, well, he had to do what he had to do. But it's like, what would you have done? So I just think it's unfair. And then people are over here calling people the C word, Uncle Tom's, and I'm taking race out of it. So I just feel like in order to become a better America, we should stop looking at race for every single fucking situation. It's so annoying, because like at the end of the day, I wasn't taught to be hateful. I was taught to match energy. Like, I don't hate white people, but there's some of them that I don't like. There's some black people that get on my fucking nerves too, like respectfully. So I took race out of it and I gave my honest opinion. And a lot of people, they just attack you. Like, it's like, damn, like what if this was your son?
Right.
How would you feel about that?
They don't have the cognitive ability and the mental capacity to understand that. And that actually shows their low IQ and low lack of empathy. And and there was a man, a very, very famous man, who said, I don't judge by your actions, I judge you by your character. And I'm paraphrasing it. And I think that man was named Martin Luther King. And that's the way I choose to judge people, is by their character, not by their color.
Yeah, so it's just really toxic. You know what's crazy? People use this case to bring out their trauma. Like they saw a white boy, they saw a black boy. Instead of looking at the case, they were like, you know what? Due to history, I'm gonna take the black person's side. Well, we're in 2026. This was wrong. The details are there. You know,
Right.
it pisses me
Well,
off because I
I
love my
understand.
people.
Everybody compares this case to Rittenhouse
Yeah.
or Trayvon Martin
Right.
or anything. You know, every case is unique to itself. So
hmm
it's like comparing apples to oranges. There's no comparison.
That's
And
what I've
like,
been
I love
saying.
my people, but sometimes we're wrong and we need to be held accountable. It's not
I
fair
agree.
because it can be one
Amen.
sided. Because if this was the other way around and somebody did this to a black boy, I would be mad as fuck. Like, of course. So we need to treat people fairly. That's it. That's all.
And
But
I
rest in
agree.
peace to your son.
All right,
And
You
thanks
it's
for
know,
not
you know,
having me up,
all
KJ,
people are
and thank you,
the
Mr.
same.
Metcalf.
All people are the same. Understand that.
you,
We all bleed
you
the
know,
same color.
you know, Mr. Jeff. Oh wait, did you speak yet, Mando?
No,
Or
I
no?
haven't spoken yet. I've
Okay,
been
go ahead, and
waiting
then I'll
patiently.
follow up after. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So, sir, first of all, condolences. Obviously, I just watched your interview with Jason Whitlock. That was amazing. Love that interview.
Thank you.
You have been the prime example for a prayer that I try to live my life by. The Serenity Prayer: accept the things you cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the way you have reacted, I cannot say thank you enough for inspiring me not only to be a better father but a better man as well. On that note, I want to ask you, when we talk about de-escalation, uh, use of force, matching use of force when it comes to these types of situations, do you think it's time for this to be taught in, say, grade school, middle school, high school? Do you think it's time for this to be an official class when it comes to de-escalation skills and how to properly handle situations that could get worse?
Twofold. One, it starts way before school. It starts at your house, in your home, by your parents. That's where
Agreed.
you're taught. That's your
Agreed.
foundation. As
Agreed.
far as public school goes, you know, I'm not a huge fan of certain. In Texas, there's this thing called the Texas Tort Claim Act that gives public schools sovereign immunity.
Right.
And if you are able to sue them, that means it's capped at $100,000. That's it. I can't sue the school district. They were negligent in this. The 19 kids who were shot in Uvalde, none of them could sue the school district. So my goal, the Congress meets back in 2027 for Texas. My goal is to get this law changed. I don't believe public schools, especially when my tax dollars are paying for the public schools, that they have this protection when they're at fault. Now, as far
You broke up for a sec.
uh,
I can't hear you.
You broke
complain,
up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a phone call for some reason, but yeah, that's you know, as far as that goes. Public schools, it needs to be addressed. Does it need to be an actual class? I mean, that would be great, but you have to be careful, you know, about keeping things separate too. And what is taught in school. Now,
Right.
you know, I believe that a trans individual does not need to go to the same bathroom. If I have a daughter who's 8 years old and there's a trans boy who happens to be, I don't believe he belongs in that bathroom. Just like I don't believe that trans belong in sports. I don't believe boys belong in women's sports. That's just my personal belief. That's my faith, and I'm a Christian. But I appreciate the accolades saying I'm an inspiration. But realistically, I'm as broken and as fallen as any other person on this earth. I'm a sinner. I don't turn water into wine. I don't drink. And I damn sure don't walk on it. So, yes, I try to live my life as Christ-like as I can. I fail every day. That's why Jesus Christ is my Savior. And I know that I'll go to heaven. And when I do, I'll be sitting beside Austin. And then I will get my understanding. Because right now, I've gone back and forth with God. I don't understand it, but I trust his plan. But I won't have understanding till I sit down beside Austin.
If I can
And
ask,
my faith has to carry me through this.
If I can ask one more follow-up question,
Sure.
on a good note, your son's going to Alabama. That's a hell of an accomplishment, right?
No, he's not going. He's not going to Alabama.
No, he's not going to school at all.
He
From
is.
what I heard,
Actually, he is going to school, but I'm not going to
he's going
discuss.
to school, but I don't think he's going to do sports. From what I know, because Megan said no. I don't
Okay,
think he's doing
I
football.
apologize. Then I was
It's
going to
not a
say
problem. I'm not gonna-
congratulations, but
If anybody who knows us, they know where he's going. I'm not going to publicly broadcast it,
of course
obviously.
not. Of course
So,
not.
but yes,
Have some anonymity for a little while. Let him recover, because the moment he airs out where his son is going to go, everybody's going to be all up in that man's space
Right.
and his son's space.
now he does have
Honestly,
the opportunity to play ball if he wants to. At this time, he is undecided.
I understand. Well, I was going to give him crap for being going to Alabama, but you know,
I wouldn't let him go to Alabama if my life depended on it. So,
You know, I will say this, Jeff.
thank you for answering my question, sir. You take care. God
Thank
bless,
you.
and thanks for having me up, host.
No problem.
You know, Jeff,
Appreciate you,
I
man.
will say this about the conversation, the rant that you just spewed. You know, like I I know we compare like what we do in that situation, so on and so forth, but I can only imagine what my dad would have been like. I mean, he's not the type of person to use, you know, slurs, all that stuff. But if only my dad was like in the same situation to where you spoke to Carmela and said you took everything from me. I can only imagine my dad grilling his ass like without even the slurs, and that's the funny thing about it. Like you thought you thought Jeff Metcalf was something. Wait until you meet someone like my father, and his ass would have got grilled.
So really quick, because like I said, I'm taking it at face value that this is really Mr. Metcalf, and assuming that it is, I want to make a few things abundantly clear. This is the man that lost his son. Okay, this is the man whose son lost a twin brother. For as long as anybody up here can remember, for about a year and a half, this man had to endure having to, under a gag order, listen to people degrade his son, both twins, as well as push these false narratives about these kids in favor of another kid. This is the problem, and I want him to actually hear this coming from a black man's mouth so that he understands that we are not on the same page when it comes to this matter. Carmelo was 110% in the wrong.
Amen.
Carmelo had no business doing what he did.
Amen.
And I've been saying this ad nauseum for the past year and a half, even when it was uncharitable for me to say this in the spaces that I've been in. I am extremely nauseated and tired of the bullshit that I've had to listen to. So let me make this clear with you, Mr. Metcalf. First and foremost, God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Secondly, what I don't allow, especially on my platform, is for people to try and push for certain narratives that are, first and foremost, not factually based and narrative driven to drive somebody into a particular direction that is not actually true or relevant to that individual's character.
Good.
Everybody that is saying that this man is racist, let's make it abundantly clear.
They haven't actually
Y'all
met
would have
the
said
racial.
10, y'all would have said 10 times worse than what he did had it been your kid. Because I know I have. And trust
Guys,
me, this is coming directly from the mouth of a preacher's kid. I would have been cussing everybody out had that been my son.
Oh, I know.
As
you
soon
did.
as that
Like,
gag order was lifted, y'all would have felt my goddamn wrath. I mean
well,
it.
that was the best I could do to keep under wraps for that 3 hours. I needed to keep it respectable the best I could.
Guys, just best believe, lucky enough, just be lucky that Jeff Metcalf wasn't Pacific Islander, because, oh my gosh,
I
you're
would have
not going to
let
accept
I
it.
would have let them have it, because the reality is that everything that Metcalf said, even though one could argue that he probably could have articulated in a better sense, wasn't actually wrong if you look at it in actuality. Our culture is fucked from the inside out.
Can I
It
ask a
is.
question? How did
It
Hold
how
on,
did
is.
hold on. I got you. The reality is that when it comes to how we see our culture, a lot of black people that have been labeled as these coons and Uncle Toms and sellouts to the community, et cetera, we've experienced firsthand how terrible this culture is. We get ostracized for speaking out against it.
Yep.
So the reality is that when we actually point out the hypocrisy of these Carmelo supporters, which, make no mistake about it, is majority black based.
Yes.
Amen.
The vast majority of these stupid ass, I almost said the word. The vast majority of these stupid asses are out here projecting narratives in favor of them because, like I said, and I want him to know this because I have no problem saying this in front of everybody, especially him. Every single one of these Carmelo supporters that have been pushing for false rhetoric and saying that and coming up with all these different narratives when it comes to the video that was recently released, et cetera, These people created lies because they know that if this was a case where a black person was actually in the wrong, the entire narrative would switch just like that instantly. So the reality is that we actually have a young black man who undeniably was in the wrong in this case. And yet you have a culture of people who are quite literally pushing for the opposite direction because deep down, the collective of these people know that if they were to actually be held to account for their actions, they know that they have nothing to offer to this conversation outside of their race.
Or even society.
Nothing.
Just I just want to say, Mr. Metcalf, right? It's an honor to meet you. How did you find this panel? I just got here. Did you stumble upon it?
Dude, I'll be honest. I just got this TikTok account. I just sat down. I don't even know how to operate this thing. So I just hit this live and I scrolled and this one came up. And this
What
is
a
where I landed.
coincidence that out of all the lives, he would fall on mine. That's
So-
crazy.
So I do
yeah.
want to.
It was absolutely fake, KJ, because Mr. Metcalf, there's some of us on this panel, and I can only speak for the ones I know personally, right? That would be Christian, that would be Penguin, that would be KJ, myself, right? We all run in the same circle, and I will happily continue to be called a house slave defending your son. I will proudly be a house slave if it means that I get to defend your son. And we
y'all
have
can call
all
me
done
that as much as y'all want to. I don't care.
on Penguin's panel a couple of days ago, he ran saying that people were making your son's case about nothing but race, and he and I had the luxury of clowning an entire room of people with a single question. I simply asked them, "Can you name one case that isn't interracial?" And nobody could. I've been calling black people out left and right. I am a black woman. Okay, we are every person that I named. We're all black, and we've all been fighting, and we've all been sitting here trying to hold the people that think Carmelo is correct accountable for their poor support.
I'll say this. Look,
I just wanted to say.
Let me say
again,
this.
my condolences.
Let me comment on her comment there.
Okay.
So
Hold on one
what's
second,
going on is this. So there is a subculture, and it's a small portion of your race. That's it. That small percentage does not represent your entire culture. Unfortunately, some people will look at it that way, which I don't. Because guess what? There's a subculture in the whites. There's a subculture in the Mexicans. There's a subculture in the Asians, and you know, and it's just those people that don't really have a grasp on reality, and they want to hold on to something, and they want to bury it. They want to plant their flag and stand on it when they really don't know what they're even talking about. And it's all because of maybe it's the color of your skin, and that's the ignorance of it. And it sounds like everyone here on this panel is educated, objective, and polite. And that's all we can really ask for is just treat each other with kindness. Because I said this before, the world needs more kind people. If you can't find one, be one.
Right. I always say that it only takes one thing in the refrigerator to go bad for the whole fridge to smell. And sometimes the loudest people are the most negative, and they just make it very hard for the rest of us.
Sure. But I'm able to recognize and discern what true character people hold. I don't look at their skin. Like I said, I look at their character. And if you want to jump and to see what went on outside that courthouse, thank God I didn't have to leave and come through the front doors. But the circus that was put on outside that courthouse was despicable.
Yeah,
in terms of go ahead. Sorry.
Just real quick. I'm gonna have Deshaun ask his question, then Gio, then Abel, and then GA. Did you have anything that you wanted to ask to Mr. Metcalf?
Down in the comments and
I was
galaxies and stuff.
actually I've been up here before, or right when Jeff joined. I haven't been able to talk yet. I've just been sitting here listening patiently.
Okay, all right.
So
I'll tell you what, because you were waiting the longest. Only reason I'm gonna let Deshaun go first because he's my mod. I'm gonna give him a little bit of
no,
leeway. But I'm gonna let Deshaun go, then you, then Gio, then Abel, and then I want to rotate.
Penguin's not black. He's a penguin.
Yeah.
KJ, there's somebody with a monster profile picture with a dot they sent. So make sure that they're at the front.
He got next. All
So
right, go ahead, Abel.
so my name is Penguin. I don't want to ask any questions. I just want to, for one, I just want to give my condolences. Because I've spoken about your child many, many times in defense of him. Because, like I said, like KJ said, I think the representation, a lot of us, unfortunately, have made it into a race thing. And I've realized that a lot of people, unfortunately, do not care about your child. They only care because it's a race thing, and they unfortunately used it as a tactic to show their hatred of the Caucasian population. And I think that's unfortunate that your child, among every other racial case, has to be the footprint to display hate. So I want to give you my condolences. And I don't know what it's like to lose a child, and I know that it's
I
a
pray you never do.
daily thing, a yearly thing, and I just want to send my condolences. Holy shit, I don't know what that is. That was a vampire. But I do want to give you my condolences. I want to say keep moving. I want to say keep going, and don't pay attention to the naysayers. Don't pay attention to the negativity. God has you in his arms, and
Yeah.
everybody that supports you has you. That's all I really want to say, because I know you've gotten a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But it's an honor to get to talk to you, right? Just to understand where you're coming from, and don't pay no attention to that.
No.
God has blessed you.
You understand this. Lightness always overcomes darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure.
So just trust God.
Of course.
So,
I thank you. But have a good one.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Metcalf, first of all, I just want to say, I'm sorry for your loss. I've been through some really hard things in my life. I lost my dad back in November, but nothing compares, and I know that. And no matter how many sorries or how many we're thinking about you here, it's not enough. And I just want you to know you got a lot of people on your side and a lot of people there for you, Hunter, Megan, and the rest of the family. First of all, I just wanted to say that.
I
Um,
appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Next, I'm not going to ask questions about the case. The case was argued in a trial. We all saw the transcripts. We all saw exactly what was said. We've now seen the evidence. It was clear cut, exactly what the decision was. I don't agree with the sentence. I honestly think you should have gotten a lot more. But as far as guilt or innocent, we all know the truth. And if you claim that you don't know the truth, you're just in denial and you're making up lies. And I believe that's all a grift. I
Very
believe that,
much.
yeah. I honestly believe that this case took a turn when you showed up to that press conference.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think when that happened, I think the grift began,
Oh, yeah.
and I believe that you making the statement of "let's not make it about race" ultimately in their heads made it about race. And I'm not saying that that was you that did it. I'm saying that they interpreted that and they saw that and they used that
Well, that's a
as a way to try to
subculture's. That's
turn
your
it.
subculture's ace hole card. That's their ace in the hole.
Yeah,
They play it. They play it every time.
yeah, and it's at this point, I honestly believe that with the appeal, with them filing the notice of appeal, and I believe that everything that's going to come after that is all just to continue the grift. Because I honestly believe that if they just didn't file their appeal, if they just accepted it, this case, all the TikTok lives, everything would die down, and this would go away, and this wouldn't even be a story anymore. Um, and that to me is the saddest part of this case. Is you lost your son and you've been sitting there for 14 months with a gag order listening to all the bullshit that has come out of the other side. And now you finally got some sense of justice. I know it'll never be justice. I know you'll never be satisfied. But the little slither of justice that you got, they're trying to take that away now, all for a grift. And I honestly believe that that's what it is. And that's a very just sad existence that they have to live in.
True. But you do know you know this. What they have done is they have filed a notice of appeal. This is how. So
Yes,
that
of
doesn't.
course.
So that doesn't grant them an appeal.
Yeah, of course.
So
Well, their attorneys haven't even received the transcripts or
right,
any of the
nothing,
documents. They're still waiting on all that. So
and that's going to go.
nothing has
You
been
know how
done.
long that takes in
Oh
Texas?
yeah, that takes years. Yeah,
Years,
yeah,
two
yeah,
to 2 to 3 years,
yeah, yeah. And that's 2 or 3 years
and
that they can keep raising money.
all that is doing is looking for legal procedural errors. That's
Yeah,
it. They're not looking at evidence. They're not looking at anything else.
yeah. And I honestly believe that's just a way for them to continue the grift.
Well,
I
sure
mean,
it
you
is. I mean,
saw it.
that obviously, when as soon as he was convicted, the Go Sin Go got shut down because you can't be a convicted
Of course,
felon and collect money. So now they've thought of other ways to do it, and they have other individuals
of
out
course,
there right now that are quote claiming these different funds in different ways. It's all being funneled back to them, but
of course.
whatever they feel like they need to do, then just do it. Because at the end of the day, man, when you got to stand before God, because that's the person you got to worry about judging you. Because that's your final judgment day is when you're standing before God, and if you're not getting in, you're not getting in. I'm sorry, but
Hey, Jeff.
yes, sir.
Hey, I had a question for you, man. This has been discussed a lot on these lives regarding this case, but hypothetically, if Carmelo Anthony's family and Carmelo would have spent the last 18 months or so showing some kind of compunction or contrition or saying, apologizing, owning up to what they did, begging forgiveness of your family and saying, we messed up in a monumental way here. What can we do to make this right? Would you have asked for a lighter sentence?
Answer that question yourself.
Say no.
Well, I
would
personally wouldn't. I would hope the kid gets locked away for 99 years, but I'm just curious if you feel differently.
No, the way I feel. Well, there's a couple of different things there. The way I feel. The kid was 6 weeks away from being eligible for the death penalty. So that's my answer.
Got it. Thanks.
Hey, Mr. Metcalf. Hey, sorry, I just wanted to jump in real quick before I head off. I'm sorry for your loss. I know you've heard that many times, but one thing I wanted to ask you, there's two things. Is it true that you tried to pray with them and, kind of rejoice and end this whole race war? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I showed up to the press conference. That was my intent. And then they had me removed, with the police.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to ask was, have they ever apologized ever?
Things that cracked me up is I was never asked to leave. No one. They said, oh, he was asked to leave. No one. No one asked me to leave. The only time I was asked to leave is when I walked over to the police officers because I saw them, and they said, we're going to ask you to leave. I said, let me make myself perfectly clear, officer, because to be trespassed, I have to be asked to leave, and I have to have the ability to walk out. That's correct. I said, no one has asked me to leave. And he looks over at this other gentleman, and this guy goes, well, we're going to ask you to leave. I said, and who are you? He says, well, I manage the building, and I have the authority to ask you to leave. I said, okay, fine. And I walked out with the police. And the police even shook my hands. If you watch the end of the video, they're shaking my hand in the parking lot. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Saw that.
And I left without stabbing somebody. Imagine that.
Yeah. Thank you for answering my question. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I want to jump in here and let you know.
Hold on real quick, because you did skip the line. First and foremost, Mr. Metcalf, how much longer do you want to do this for? I'm on your time.
I got about 10 minutes.
Okay. So guys, please just condense it down to one question. If I missed you in the request box, I apologize. This is his
I'll
time.
say this right now. Thank you for all the condolences. You don't have to start with that. But if you want to get, I got 10 minutes left for you guys. So if you want to get to it, let's go.
All right, perfect. So Abel, make it quick, and then right after Abel, we'll go to Vio, Nate, BA. No, actually Vio, Ruby, BA, Nate, and then no sir, in that order. Go ahead,
Hey,
Abel.
Mr. Metcalf. I don't really know what to say. I'm just kind of in shock that I actually get to speak to you. Me and my dad, we love you, man, and we're sorry. We're sorry that all happened. I don't really know what to say besides that, honestly.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
Okay. You got the rest of your life not to make a mistake like this. I hope you learn from this. That's the best I can give you, man.
That's not something I would do.
I hope not. And I just want you to be aware, man, there are people out there that will hurt you. And evil does exist. Do not be naive. But it sounds like your father's raising you the right way. And all I can wish for is you live a blessed and protected life.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna get off here for the night because I gotta go anyways.
You have a good evening.
See you guys. Have a
Hey, well, you kind of played in my face. I thought you was older than that, but yeah, I don't usually allow children on here. Who did I say was next? Bio, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Mr. Metcalf. It's such a pleasure to meet with you and speak with you tonight. I know that you said you didn't want to have any of the condolences, but other than giving you our sincerest apologies for what happened. Also want to apologize for all the lies and misinformation and speculations that you've had to hear about what's been going on and stuff. I know that obviously we have so many supporters for your family and everything and the trial, and that I don't really have a question, but just know that there are so many people who support what's been going on for you, and know that that this is a victor at the end of the day. We know that your son got justice for what happened, and that we're always going to be here behind you to let you know and tell and obviously say that these lies that have been trying to be spread are all false, and that we're always going to be there for you, and just know you have so much support behind you. Don't ever forget that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Believe Ruby was next.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, I just want you to know I still, get upset over Austin and everything. I get a little choked up sometimes, but
Yeah, so do I.
the one main question I have is how is Hunter doing? Because I couldn't imagine being a twin and looking in a mirror and seeing myself on an eye.
I mean, truthfully, he's probably one of the most strongest mental fortitude individuals I've ever seen walk the face of this earth. And that's not to say that he's not traumatized. It's not to say that he's not going to carry this with him the rest of his life. Even I can't imagine what he's going through. Because I will tell you, this is hard to talk about. In the courtroom, they played the body cam footage.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been released. And it has Coach Redmond.
It has.
Coach.
It does.
It does? They got that one? I don't know.
Yeah, they have it out there.
Okay, well, you can hear Hunter screaming, "Oh, God, my brother, my twin. Oh, God, someone help. Oh, God." And you can hear Coach Redmond saying, "Stay with me, Austin. Stay with me, Austin."
Yeah, I heard all that.
And I arrived there 4 minutes after that. And I saw Austin on the gurney. And I knew. But I just went into survival mode and said, okay, where's Hunter? I need to find Hunter. And I went and found him, and we got to the hospital, but I already knew. And when the doctors came in, it was tough.
Yeah, I'll let Hunter know. I'm praying for him to stay strong, and just keep his brother's memory out there for everybody.
All in, always.
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate you, Ruby.
Thank you.
Nate, BA, no sir. Then Ayana, Mikey, and then Dance, and then that's it. I'm sorry if I missed you in the request box. This man we're on his time. So these are the last few people that are gonna ask him any questions or make any remarks to him, and then right after that, I'm probably just gonna end the live right after that. But go ahead, who did I say? Nate, go ahead.
Yeah, Jeff. All due respect, obviously you're a real one. I've heard you earlier, and I've watched you throughout this whole time. And what I will say to you is that you're the only mature adult that handled himself in the right way in this whole entire situation. I'm proud that you came here on KJ's live because KJ will hold you in the right regard. But I've been defending you. There's been a lot of people that maybe the melanin skin complexion has been defending you for a long time. But one thing I do want to ask you, and I don't know if this is kind of like an off question, but a lot of people are now calling Jeff Metcalf a racist because you went on the watermelon felon, rant and all that. And I defended the rant, so I'm not calling you out for that. But the question I have for you is what I've been telling a lot of people, and I tell a lot of people in the Black community in particular, is that sometimes we talk so rudely, so disrespectfully to white people, and we expect them to not respond to that, right? People have called you a sexual abuser. They said that you were an absentee father. They talked about your name in such disrespectful ways. When Carmelo Anthony was the one that was an assailant. He was not the victim, and they made your son to be the like he wasn't the victim, and something was happening to Carmelo Anthony. Do you believe that people can be pushed to? I'm not calling you a racist, but you believe people can be pushed to hatred or potentially racism because of the way that they treat other people?
Sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, really. I mean, do you have kids?
I don't yet. I hope I do soon, but we work
Okay.
on that.
Well, I was going to ask you if a Mexican person killed your child, would you be upset?
Yeah, 1,000% I would. So I agree with you.
So it really doesn't have. It really didn't make a matter to me. It didn't really matter about the color of skin. It was the act that I had a problem with.
Yeah, and that's why I said
Everybody else in the
initially-
world wants it. They want to spin it to their narrative now, and we all see where that goes.
Yeah. And that's why I said initially, I know that you're not a racist. I know that you were the only one that was responsible enough. I remember the first interview that you did, speaking about how we should not divide our communities together. We should not politicize this. I watched it, and I'm like, well, listen, hold on. Black people made this a political thing. Black people made this a racial thing, and it should never been that in the first place. But again, I'm just gonna land here. I'm sorry for your loss, brother, and I see through to who you actually are. I can see it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All
right, next.
All right, let's keep it pushing. I believe I said BA was next.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Metcalf? Just like KJ said and so many of us, we've been defending you and your family for a long time. We always knew you were an upstanding man. From the very beginning, you said you didn't want this about race. I've watched every interview you had. I even remember the first one when they were trying to drag your son's name in it, and you told him, don't bring my son in.
You're talking about Jake Lang, the white supremacist jackass?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I remember that. So, and I remember your friend that just
Bruce
happened
Carter.
to
He was a big black guy with the cowboy hat on.
Yes, exactly. And you told him to leave my son's name out of your conversation. Don't bring my son in this. There's been so many interviews that you've done, and we all know the real you. And there's been so many of us that are creators that have defended you and your family. And we all just want you to know how sorry we are for what happened to your family. And we're just so happy that Austin got some type of justice. A lot of us wish there had been a lot more, but that's the way things, the cookie crumbles, and you're always going to be in our prayers. I hope Hunter gets through this, and I know he's a fine young man, and the rest of your family. I hope the best for you, and I hope you guys all heal with prayer. I know God's in your life, and I just hope and pray that you guys get through this. And it was a pleasure meeting you. I gave you a follow, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. No, sir.
All right. Next question.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me up, fellas. I would like to say I was new to the whole case and the situation, and I'm not a supporter of Carmelo. I think what happened was atrocious, right?
What rock you been living under, brother?
I've been seeing it, but I've been skipping through it. I
don't blame you, but that's world news, unfortunately. But,
yeah. So I would like to know, because a lot of people are asking, how did it escalate to the level that it did? Because they're saying that he was surrounded and he felt like he was going to get jumped. Now,
did you see the video?
They said I can't see anything through the video. They're saying that it's Austin, and was it Austin and who's the other kid, the other twin? Hunter. They said Hunter was the initiator of the confrontation.
All right, here, let me sum it up for you. I can answer your question.
Yeah, break that down for me.
All right, so here's the deal. Both my boys were already underneath the tent. They'd been there for 6 minutes. Carmelo entered the tent. He was there for 3 minutes, 34 seconds. He was asked to leave, and Hunter, who was sitting a bleacher below, turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." And then everybody else, like, you don't belong here. But he said, well, supposedly, and this is what the part I don't know, Eddie Parra was an acquaintance of his. Now, Whether Eddie asked him or not, I don't know. All I know is he was asked to leave about 15 times. And when he didn't, he started talking trash about the team because, yes, our football team was not the best team, but, you know, they played hard and they competed. And when Austin stepped up, and that's when he stepped up and says, you need to leave. You're not a member of the team. You're not allowed underneath the tent. Because Coach Starr had already texted him the night before and said, hey, I'm going to be busy with some stuff. I need you to step up tomorrow and watch the tent. He's like, I got you, Coach. Well, he stepped up and said, hey, you need to leave. And he said, as he had his hand in the bag, already grasping the knife that was already open, he said, touch me, make me move. Touch me and see what happens. Austin shoved his shoulder, and as soon as he touched him, he stabbed him in the heart hard enough to go through the sternum bone and penetrate 2 inches into the heart. This was not a poke. This was a full-fledged, how much force you have to deliver to get that kind of blow, to create that kind of wound. This was not a slice or a swing. This was a full-on force to plunge it deep into your chest, and he killed him.
Okay, I appreciate you bringing me up, host. I just had one question
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you bringing me up, bro.
All right. For everybody that's in my request box, unfortunately, Mr. Metcalf is on a short time, so we're just going to get to the last 3 people and then going to send him on his way. Once again, God bless you, Mr. Metcalf. Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess, I don't want to be too long-winded. And, I just wanted to ask, Jeff, there's a lot of conjecture that people are making about, the testimonies that happened within the trial, people that are claiming that there were, inconsistencies or something, that's kind of veiled in the statements that were made by the individuals. I was just wondering if you could clear that up for us as somebody who was in the courtroom, if you feel that there's any possible avenue, given any of the testimonies on either side, that you think that there could be anything there, for any kind of an appeal process or this defense attorney team. More what I want you to do is just put it to rest, because we're wasting our oxygen here, but none of us are in the courtroom. You actually were there, so it's best to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Right. So, like I said, the appeal process is looking for legal things that were legal procedures that were not performed. They're not going over witness testimony. That has nothing to do with it. The appeal has nothing to do with it at all. Now, as far as this, let me tell you this. I've done this as a social experiment. Get a group of 20, get in a circle, and tell one sentence and then go all the way around and see if it comes back the same. All 20 people were told the same thing, but they all interpreted it differently. So when people say, oh, well, the testimonies were different. Yeah, but they all pointed at the same direction in the same thing. They just did it in their own words and what they interpreted it as. Now, as far as discrepancies, no. Not only that, the defense witnesses had to come back and go, after they were showed the video and said, is this what happened? And they had to say, yeah, yes. I mean, every witness, even the defense witness, there's 20 witnesses. All the stories are pretty congruent. There was not one character witness that came up for Carmelo. His parents didn't even stay for the sentencing or the victim impact statement. As soon as the verdict was read, they all left the courtroom, which, to be honest, I was floored. Just as a parent, I was like, there's no way in hell, even if my kid was wrong and he did it, I'm not leaving his side. And to me, that spoke volumes about their character and who they were. And I'm not here to judge them. That's their son, that's their business, and they can live their life how they choose. But that's not what I would have done, put it that way.
Listen, Jeff, God bless. Thank you, KJ, for the platform. Everybody on here, God bless. Y'all have a wonderful night.
It's all love, Mikey. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Man, of course.
All right. I'm trying to remember. Twin, go ahead. I think you were next.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
I know that you're experiencing a lot right now, and I want you to know, just to back up some of what Nate was saying, that you do have a lot of people who are backing you up, who do want to keep Austin's name alive, who do want to help you as much as we possibly can as strangers through this hard time. And this case is real. Like, it's just, I couldn't imagine what you are experiencing, what Hunter is experiencing. And I was curious if, you could drop some knowledge, like just some wise words for the people who are watching and who, just kind of just something positive that you could give out that would help us moving forward as a people to get past this divide and just see wrong for wrong and right for right.
Well, like I said earlier, the world needs more kind people. If you can't find one, be one. It's that simple.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, KJ, for the platform and the night, and God bless you, Jeff.
Appreciate
God
you.
bless y'all.
Last one. Dang, hey, bro, you want to tell them
Yes.
about your design that you made in Austin's memory?
Yes. So, first of all, my condolences, Mr. Metcalf. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I understand your pain. On
Like
that
you had.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So my thing is this, man. You was a grieving parent. You are a grieving parent. So the thing that you say online, that's grace. I don't even sweat that because you made a point and people realize that they didn't even get your point because you proved it. You
Went
proved the
right over
point,
their head.
and you proved their point. You proved their point in real time. They didn't understand it.
I
So
didn't prove it. They proved it. They
yes,
proved
they
it.
proved your point. Yes, they proved your point. So
Yeah.
so recently, me and my brother South Florida made a jacket in honor of your son Austin's name.
Hey, is that the guy who made the yellow jacket? Is that your?
Yeah, that's me.
That's him.
Oh
That's him.
man, I've seen
That's him.
that. Now I haven't been in touch with that person or you or your son. I don't know where that's at. I don't, but I saw it and that was beautiful.
Thank
I
you. I
mean that
appreciate
was
it.
amazing. I mean it teared me up, and I don't know if it's been someone's connected with y'all to get it to Hunter or not. I have no idea, but
Yeah. So Hunter has it. He has it.
okay, good.
He has it. It's been confirmed. I got a picture of him trying it on, so it means
All
a
right,
lot.
cool. Because he's out of town right now, so that's why I haven't spoken with him.
Awesome.
That was a
So I
very
made the
very
jacket.
generous, and I'm very appreciative, very grateful, and it means a lot. To take that time out and just the words that your son spoke too. I mean, it just reiterates there are good people in this world, and that's what the message people need to understand, man. The news is always negative. I hate the news. I just let's just all band together. Let's just all be better. Let's just do better. And just that's the only way we can change this world is one person at a time. And just if everyone does their part, then we can actually make a change. But if we stand divided, we will fall. United, you will win. And I just hope we could bridge that gap at some point before we just drive our decay of society off the cliff.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
so when I made the jacket in your son's name, I made sure that I wanted to give it to Hunter because Hunter is a brave young man. More brave than I can ever be. I gotta be 100 on that. Because when I hear the stories and X, Y, and Z, I try to bite out my mom, but I can't get it out of my brain. Because I'm also a twin myself. So if it hits different for me.
Yes, it
So
does.
So it hits different. So when I see you interview with Will Kane, things like that, I can see the pain you're going through. I can see it. So when I made this jacket in honor of your son, I put all in patches. Me and my boy South Florida created, and I was just hoping that you and your family would accept it and appreciate our love and our blessings, man. Jeff Metcalf, I don't think you understand how much support you have out here. You think you know, but you have no idea. The support goes beyond social media. And I want to say we love you, we love your family, and God bless you, and God bless Hunter, and God bless Meg, and God bless Austin.
And God bless you,
Amen.
sir. That gesture
Amen.
was very deeply heartfelt and very deeply appreciated. I'm so glad I got to speak to you. I mean, because I knew the jacket was somewhere, and I haven't spoken to Hunter for a few days. He's off on a retreat, but I'm just glad that he finally got it, and I just can't thank you enough. It really it means the world. Some things in life are irreplaceable. like my son, he's irreplaceable. But that jacket is one of those things that will be cherished forever. And I can't thank you enough.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Mr. Metcalf, if you don't mind, just a few things that I want to ask you. Just make sure that I have your permission.
Sure.
Are you okay with me reposting this live this interview with you?
Sure.
Just a Q&A. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And secondly, do you have any charities that you want everybody to know about to donate to that you think would be in a good remembrance for Austin?
Well, I mean, right now we've set up a scholarship fund at Memorial High School that we give out every year, and this year Kayvon Jackson was the receiver of the first
young black male as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's black. I mean, half the team's black.
Racist how?
They're all
that part.
I mean, those boys just come over. I mean, we all used to come over here and watch UFC together. I have 14, 15 kids in my house. We're watching UFC, and they're all different shapes and sizes and colors, man. It didn't matter. And, like I said, man, we don't see color. I just see character.
Awesome.
That part.
All knew that, Mr. Metcalf. We all knew that. That was never a question.
And I'm a mom of 2 boys myself, so I absolutely know that scenario in the house with all their friends.
Yeah, it's great. And I told them all, the last time we were here, I told them, I grouped them all together and said, listen up, guys. Your lives are going to change. You're all going to go a different direction. You're all going to different schools, but your high school bonds and this tragedy has bonded you guys together. You guys are going to be friends for life, because I have some lifelong friends also. And I tell them, this is going to be very special later in your life. I can't tell you this right now because you're too young to understand it. I said, but you're always welcome to come here forever. Anytime a UFC fight's on, when y'all come back from school, you're always welcome here. And we always have this bond, because I also took them all. We always went to go, once a year, we would go out to the ranch and go out and shoot guns and hogs and have fun and ride 4-wheelers and stuff. And so this core group of boys, is also 6 of them are also going to school with Hunter. So that's another good thing. So this core group I told them, your life is going to go a different direction, but make sure you keep in touch. Make sure you keep the bond, because it's very special, and it's just like a twin bond, as that other twin was saying. I don't understand the bond, but I saw it, I lived it, I raised it. But it is something very unique. And I tell people, people don't really realize or don't really think about how big your car or what kind of car you drove, how big your house was, or how much money you had. People will always remember how you made them feel. And that's what you leave behind, and that's called your legacy. Because there's no U-Haul behind a hearse. You ain't taking nothing with you. I don't care if you stuff your coffin full of money, it's not going to change anything. But the people you touch and the hearts that you leave your footprint on, that's your legacy, and that's how you'll be remembered. And Austin will be remembered forever.
Is there a way that we could
And
is there a way? Hold on, real quick. Is there a way that we can directly donate to the scholarship? Is that possible?
Yeah. There's
through Frisco.
I would Google it. I mean, it's on Cheddar. Make sure it's the right one. It's the only one for the scholarship, I think. And but it's run through a platform called Cheddar, I believe.
Okay.
He can also go through Frisco ISD too, couldn't he?
All right.
Frisco ISD doesn't have nothing. They're not affiliated with it. It's still, but the fund is set up separately. But it still goes to Memorial High School.
Cheddar. And it's the what scholarship? What was the name of it?
I'd probably look up Austin Metcalf scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say one more thing, and then I'm gonna drop so other people can come up. Jeff, give that mama a hug.
Oh,
give
for sure.
that mama a hug.
Yeah, she's grieving. Is just
I'm a mom of 2 boys.
We've been divorced for 11 years.
They've got babies of their own now. So
yeah, we've been divorced for 11 years, and I mean it's fine. And I still have a deep care and concern for her well-being. She will always be the mother of my boys, and she deserves a certain level of respect, and I will always give her that. And her grieving is different than my grieving, so I allow her grace and mercy because she is hurting and she has to heal, and she will do that on her time frame.
It's going to take her a while.
It is. Probably will take us both forever, but yes.
But you
All
see
right.
how Texas people are. I was the same way with my ex-husband. We didn't talk bad about each other in front of the boys. We got along. We didn't even get a divorce till they got grown.
Right.
Because we didn't want to put the boys through that. So
Well, we're two grown-up adults that have to learn how to co-parent effectively, and that's what it boils down to.
Right.
So
But I love you,
just really
Jeff.
quick.
Let Hunter know I love him, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop Nate. Thank you for having me up. And y'all come visit me on my live sometime, okay, Nate? I followed you. Follow me back.
I'm gonna come see you.
Okay.
All right, I found the cheddar up that you were talking about.
Okay.
Guys, if you follow me really fast, I'm gonna post this on my story as soon as I end the live. That way we can all just go ahead and just wave it in as much as possible. If you have it, great.
Can
Even
you
if it's
tag
just
me
a
in
dollar,
that
I'm sure he would
donation?
appreciate it. Yeah, I got you. I'll DM it to everybody specifically
Yeah,
that's asking for it. So you just reach out, DM me. I'll send you the link. That way we can just donate to his
I
cause.
appreciate it.
Just give him give him as much love as we can. That being said, Mr. Metcalf, I know we're on your time. I know you said you had 10 minutes. We went far beyond that 10 minutes. It's up to you, man. You want to just end it right now, and then we can keep in touch,
I'll
whatever.
tell you what. I'll take two more.
All right,
Ooh,
cool.
ooh, is it
India,
me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yay! Thank you. I'm so excited.
All right, a couple
First,
means two. A couple
thank
means
you.
two.
Thank you, KJ, for hosting this. God is good. Thank you, Mr. Metcalf, for joining us. I just want to thank you for that. As a new mom, my question is, I freak out thinking about my son falling off the bed. He'll be 10 months old, and I'm preparing myself for all of the things that could happen. And lately, I've been thinking about you. You have become an inspiration for me that no matter what comes, no matter what happens to him, I have witnessed myself a father, a parent who has gone through the most unimaginable thing possible and still maintain grace the way that you have. And this right here just really shows the level of grace that you have. So I just want to know what scripture or what gets you through, what has given you the power to still be a loving and kind person and to still be a father to Hunter and not completely just lose it on humanity. That's my question.
That's easy. It's one word. God.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
God.
Amen.
All the glory, all the credit goes to God because I'm just a vessel. He works through me. I have
Mm-hmm.
no idea why he wanted to put me on this spotlight. I didn't ask for it. I don't want to be here, but you know what? I have to follow and trust his word. And I just believe in God. He sends me where I need to go.
Has this
Absolutely.
moment strengthened your faith for you, do you feel?
I mean, my strength was very strong to begin with. I don't think the word would be deepen. So I
Mm-hmm.
went deeper in my faith. So I had to lean harder into God because I didn't have the answers. And I mean, I still don't, but I have to trust his plan. So I leaned into God for comfort, for peace, for some sort of tranquility, some sort of just 1 minute of something that's
Mod,
not
stop
going to
bringing
drive me
people up.
crazy. Yeah.
It's
And
close. It's the
yeah.
last few.
So God is, all I can say is I give all the glory to God. Without him, I'm nothing.
And
Amen to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. FLG, you are the last person asking questions, and then we're gonna send Mr. Metcalf on his way.
Oh,
Thank
You
you.
damn,
next
I
in
missed
line.
it. All right, it's all good.
Thank you. Listen, I didn't come to ask a question. I came to pray with this young man. I learned this scripture when I was about 10 years old, Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up they shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Eagles
They
and
shall
soar.
run and not faint. They
Yep.
shall walk and not be weary. Father God, I speak life into this man. The enemy has tried to take him out, but I called up the warring angels right now. And I ask that you will protect his family. No weapon that is formed against this family shall prosper. All that rise up against this man shall fall. And I put a double return on anybody that speaks against this man. I put a double return on anybody that seeks to destroy this family, that what they seek shall come back to them. As Malachi, as he created the gallows for the Jews, he ended up hanging for himself. So the gallows that they have set for you, the traps that they have set for your family shall turn on them. I speak life into you right now. I speak success into this movement that you have with this gifting into other young people. No weapon. Every day you wake up, Mr. Metcalf, you say no weapon. You say no weapon. No weapon has come against this family is going to prosper. I thank you for your strength. I thank you that you don't give up. I thank you that you have a faith that shall not be waved by the winds and the current. But you're going to speak to that storm and you're going to say, storm, be still. And I thank you, my friend. I thank you so much. Thank you for having me up, host. And in Jesus'
Amen.
name, thank you.
Amen, brother.
Amen,
Thank you
brother.
for the
Amen.
prayer.
WFLG.
Yeah,
WFLG.
the devil
Amen.
W.
whispered. The devil whispered in my ear, "You can't withstand the storm." And I told
Amen.
him, "I am the storm."
Woo.
Praise God.
Thank you.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Mr. Metcalf,
Tell
big.
Hunter that we love him and our prayers are for him too.
All
Amen.
love
Thank you,
to
sir.
Hunter. All love to you and your family, and we will be praying for you continually in these trying times, sir. I'm gonna
Thank
send
you.
you on your way. Thank you so
I
much for
just want
coming
to tell
on and
everybody
answering
thank you
these
so much for
questions.
being respectful tonight, and I really appreciate it. I do feel the love, and I know I do not know everyone that does support me, but I know it is a giant wave, and I just want to say thank you to everyone, and just keep Austin's name alive, and that's all I can ask for, and bless every one of you. So thank you for allowing me tonight to speak, and God bless you.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much,
We will
sir.
keep his name alive.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Good
Take
night, y'all.
care. Pretty
Good night.
cool.
All right.
I can't believe
Yo,
I missed it. You invite me and I totally
Can we
missed
get
it
a
on
W
live.
for KJ in the chat?
no,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
Come
bro.
on,
I,
man.
I,
Yeah,
fi-
let's get a
I fire
W
up, I
for.
fire up
Let's
my
get a
live,
W.
and then I see a notification across the top of my screen, bro. Jeff Metcalf is in my live. I'm like, what? I left.